This is the collective energy update for the week ahead. So this week they're showing me the 3D system, the 3D chakra system. And what I'm seeing is every single chakra and gateway is wobbling. Okay, so I've shown this before. A wobble is where it's distorted but moving. So you're getting all the energy, but it's really controlled. There could be some blockages in there, but usually it's a misalignment or a realignment, some sort of transformation that's happening, especially when we see all of them here, okay? This group of people have a frequency of about 100 kilohertz, which isn't super high, so they're not shifting into the 5D system, but I feel like this group of people are actually expanding into the 4D system. So that is when the higher gateways really open and you start attuning to the true nature of reality, really is what it is. And it's a breakthrough from the matrix. And so the higher levels of the field, the 5th, 6th, and 7th are congested and or they're starting to awaken. And I wouldn't know until I got into a really in-depth session on what's actually going on here. But because of the frequency and the consistency in the wobbles, there's a shift into this new density range, so 3D to 4D, okay? And then we have what the issue is and what's creating the dissonance is basically the reversal fields were released a while ago. I can't remember when this was, a month or so ago. And there's some confusion on the direct path. Is it the 3D inverted path or is it true spiritual path? And the issue with the reversals is you felt like you're moving towards God's source, but you actually weren't. And that was the challenge in this universe, is the inversion and the pull towards the negative polarity, okay? So what is being asked of you guys right now is to persevere in your spiritual work and your spiritual expansion. Do not allow materialism to dictate or define your path, because the spiritual path is about soul alignment, spiritual abundance, which is different. If you move towards materialism and the material goods that are offered in this realm, and that's it, you're going to be pulled towards the inversion. Okay, your primary focus needs to be your intention and your alignment. And that's when spiritual abundance can come in. And when spiritual abundance comes in, it is in the greatest good of everyone. Okay, it's not self-serving or selfish. And that's where I see this issue. And there's some confusion here and illusion with the mass mind and mass consciousness as what path you need to go or follow. Okay, especially if you're breaking through into the 4D reality and landscape. It's all of a sudden all of these aha moments where things that you thought were true are actually not true, and you begin to dive deeper with discernment into all of the illusions that we have believed or been led to believe for so long. Okay, so there's a need to really connect to the collective good as well as shift your perspective. The linear timeline is in the matrix where it's, you have your reality is just 3D. When you break into 4D, you start expanding and seeing things from a higher perspective. This is when this linear timeline starts to become the spiral, and things do not align as they did in this rigid structure of the matrix. You can begin to expand and experience the spiral of perception, of experience, and it's much more vast and expansive. Okay, so for session work for you guys, I'd like you to work on the quantum purification, okay, the Metatron's cube activation, and this will stabilize the chakras. the quantum purification will clear the higher levels of the field. Okay, Metatron's cube activation. And then for some other kind of fun stuff here, we have Reiki, so self-Reiki, and that's come up a lot. So there's a lot of stuff that people are holding in the body that needs to be cleared, some energetic stuff. So when you teach yourself Reiki, and I may put level 2 in here as well, I haven't done this yet, but this is part of the academy. It's good to do the hands-on healing to clear the energy in the physical body, because all of the quantum work in the Enzo Academy deals with the light body. Okay, it's all expansive, which affects the physical body, but it's good to clear the physical body too. Okay, then we have Kujikiri Zai, and this is connecting to all that is star crafting. In this star crafting course, we go into soul retrieval. So a few of you guys may need to do some more soul retrieval because you're moving into this other density range, okay? If you do not clear and bring yourself into a space of wholeness from the 3D level, the 4D is going to be a lot harsher to move into. There's going to be a lot more lessons to be learned. So you really want to get in that space to pull back all of the soul parts that may have fragmented over time. So a soul retrieval is recommended there. I teach you how to do that in the star crafting class. The spiritual alchemy class, this is a fundamental class. It goes through basically tip of the iceberg stuff for the spiritual path, good things to know, to remember, to help you with skills of discernment. This class actually took me 5 years to write. I studied all of this. I put it together myself. This was back between 2011, 2013. Those times when I started it, it wasn't published till 2017. Then we have the guided meditation series, Primordial Mother, and this is really about allowing yourself to be protected, supported, and nourished as you move through the shift, as well as the iridescent orb. And this will help you to protect your energy and also learn how to discern the difference between your energy and other people's energies. When you work with the iridescent orb meditation, you can begin to tell what's yours versus others. Now, all of these meditations require practice and continued effort working with to really master, okay? So these are things that you could begin working with, begin mastering. You're not going to do it one time and all of a sudden it's mastered. All of the spiritual stuff takes a lot of practice, especially the energetic stuff, because you're actually building these frameworks in your field and your light body, so that, and then also your memory, your multidimensional memory, your cellular memory, you're actually reprogramming yourself with your own codes and soul's history, spiritual expansion, and spiritual reality. So it's quite a bit of work, but once your field is clear and your energy is refined and you understand it, it's so much easier to navigate, especially during this time, okay? And then we had a few more here. So yeah, there's a shift. When you move densities, there is a cellular shift. Your frequency of the atomic structure and cellular structure of your body actually changes. And so you go through this shift physically. It can be kind of hard on the body, so make sure you're resting when you need to. Work with the goddess energy, the primordial mother. Make sure you are open to receive the nourishment from the universe as you move through this, as well as connecting to your divine feminine energies. You guys could do the celestial roundtable meditation. This helps you to connect to your guides. When you shift densities, a lot of times you have a shift in your spiritual team as well. So the shift could be happening as well. And the Merkaba activation, you guys are not ready for the Merkaba yet, or this group, but you are ready to activate the Merkaba. So that's right before the Merkaba, and that is in this space, okay? So that is it, and hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time.